Hello everyone, welcome back to our farm here on the Frankenmuth map, farming map. So basically, let's see, I've been doing some contracts, so you'll see at the bottom and or bottom left hand side, you'll see that our money balance has increased quite a bit. So I can't even remember. I think we had just about over 100,000, maybe 160,000. And we got this back up to almost 400,000. And yeah, basically, let's see. I've been thinking about this, and we are not really making any of our own money, to put it that way. And we are basically living off our friends. And as I mentioned in the previous episode, I'm kind of playing with the idea of buying the Sawmill, the big production. So I know we don't really have the money for it. Well, we have it, but we still have to buy a harvester before we actually have to get our crops off the field. And well, basically, we're just gonna hold thumbs that with maybe the sawmill together with some contracts that might be popping up still, we might be able to buy this. So if we look at the map, maybe we can just, I haven't actually looked myself, so I have been driving around and I have been seeing some fields that are basically close to harvest. So there's 2 sunflowers down here, and let's see, there's some corn. There's 2 big fields of corn, and no way I'm doing carrots. We've discussed this and we've practiced. Oh, there's another sunflower up there as well. So what's purple? Oh no, we're not doing that either. So we might do spinach. Okay, so let's look at spinach, corn, and what were sunflowers. Let's just see when we have to harvest those. Getting myself lost here. Okay, so corn. Well, we're probably going to be able, hopefully we get the contracts. So if we get the contracts, we'll be able to harvest the corn next month. The other one was sunflowers, also next month. Spinach. Spinach can be basically anywhere from now until next year. So, I mean, I don't really know when that field's going to be ready. So I'm holding thumbs that we'll get some harvest contracts. We got 2 cotton fields in October that basically we harvested. So I ended up getting some money off that. I think for both of them we got about 18,000 of bonus crop basically. Yeah, salt bales. So that was 19,000 that we got basically as bonus yield of those 2 fields, apart from the contract income. So if we can get really good bonus yields and, well, contract income as well in November, we might be able to make up for the money that I want to spend today on the sawmill. And yeah, the sawmill should produce products quite a bit faster than the small production does. And yeah, which kind of makes me think that we will be able to get money back quite quickly from the sawmill. So if we just visit it, okay, it's quite loud in there, then there's quite a bit of trees around it as well. So if we look at the map, let's just go to farmland. So if we buy this plot, basically going down to the bottom field right next to the field number 27, and around the back here, there will be quite a few trees that we can actually cut and get the production going. So that's going to be 90,000, and this production itself, just by the production, this is 150. So we're going to spend about 240,000 just to get this up and running. And the minute I buy it, I'm gonna be dragging a lot of trees in here. So there's a lot of these, I think it's Scotch pine trees. Now, from what I can see, the maximum meters should be around 28 meters. And I don't know if it's going to be worth waiting for that last 3 meters that it might still grow. And that is if I'm correct on the 28 meters. I did a quick Google search on that, and I know that's not always that accurate. But apart from that, I mean, we can basically go up to here, I'm guessing. So we're getting all these trees. No, we can go a bit further down, can't we? No, we can't really. See, so we're gonna miss out on all these trees. But at least if we can get the Scotch pine trees in there, it might be quite a bit that we can start the production with. I just quickly want to have a look at the other side, because when I looked at this previously, it seemed like we should be able to get a little bit more trees than just these Scotch pines. There's a few that we can get there. I think it goes basically up to here, so some of these trees we will be able to get in there as well, and around here. So we should be able to get quite a bit in planks and, well, planks, wood beams, long planks, and what's the other thing now? Can't remember. Like walls, like, I don't want to say drywall, it's not drywall, but anyway, but we can get all of that going. So we're just gonna do this, and yeah, I really hope this turns out well, otherwise I'm gonna be a little bit disappointed. But you know what, we keep it interesting. If we make a mistake, it's fine. We can always, if we need to lease equipment to get our fields harvested. But if my math is correct, that I'm basing on hope, basically, we should be fine doing this. So I don't know, let's just do it and hope for the best. We have a couple of months, because I mean, we have November, December, January, February. We have up until June, July, we're going to do the barley. July, August, only the wheat. And what's the other field we got? We got canola. Canola is also July, August. So honestly, I can't see that we can go wrong. I mean, we have so many months that we can still do contracts. So we're just going to do this. And at least we have something to keep ourselves busy with. I mean, how much can really go wrong? Just get back into this trigger. Okay, bye. So there goes the money. We can't turn back now. And then we're going to go to there, and we're going to say buy that as well. Okay, 150,000 left. We currently have 0 trees in here. So let's just quickly see. We have to drop it here, right? So we're just going to start over here and start taking down some trees. And we'll go fetch our winch. And we'll just drag the trees in there. I honestly do not think that these trees are fully grown, because they don't look like it. But you know what? I want to get these trees out of the way as soon as possible, and work on getting this ready to start planting new ones, because the trees take quite a while to grow back again. We'll also have a look at it's this field right in front of us, this number 26. We'll look at possibly buying that at some point. Not now, we don't have money. We have money, but you know, we're saving money, sort of. So we'll buy that and we'll get some more trees planted. We'll keep it a field, basically probably just cultivate it, and I'm not gonna paint it, so we'll just cultivate it and use a worker to get us some trees planted in there as well. Just trying to cut these trees as low as possible, just so that we can... I'm just going down the line here. Just look at them, so pretty. I'm gonna take the next row as well. But now, don't cut the wrong stuff. There you go. And then we'll just drag all of these in there. I don't want this to fall the other way. I'm gonna... I just jump over. Won't be that difficult. Yeah, so we should get quite a bit of trees in there. I know, well, if I look at the sawmill on Riverbend Springs, the sawmill really goes through trees quite quickly. It produces a lot of materials. So we'll have to get this filled quite often, I think. But if we need more trees, we can always find more trees. We still have the trees over at our other small production as well, that we're just going to keep running. It doesn't produce materials that quickly, but you know what, it's running, we paid for it, and it might as well just keep going. Doesn't make sense to kind of sell it. So I just want to see. I still have to cut that one as well, I think. I don't know. I don't think these trees are going to give us too much wood. I will most likely be planting oak. Because the oak trees, I don't know, they seem to give more wood. But I'll look into it a bit and just see what we can plant and what not, and just try to figure out what's going to give us the best amount or liters of wood. Because I think that's good for now. Just to get things started off before nightfall, so that it can run through nights. I'm going to take this guy, our Voltra. We're quickly going to go fetch the winch, which I conveniently left at the smaller production sawmill. The two are quite close together, well, sort of. They're not that far apart. I mean, this one is here and just a little bit over there behind that is the other one. Oh, I actually I forgot in the previous episode that I still wanted to show you the other production. Not other production. The other farm that I found on the map. That, yeah, if all goes well, I would actually like to move our farm there at the later stage. It's actually really nice. I wouldn't mind, like, maybe getting a house built there or something like that. that we build ourselves. But I'll go show you. And you guys are always welcome to comment and say, like, okay, if you would prefer us moving there. We have the little productions there close to the farm, but you know what? Doesn't really matter. We can travel there. Still kind of, we can even keep that property. Don't have to sell it off, but it's an option. Okay, let's just quickly get over to that trees and get some of them in there. It's getting quite late in game. So I've basically done a lot of the contracts that or most of them. It's just these ones with that harvester that I don't like. So I didn't want to do any of that, and not wood transport either. But I had a big plowing contract. We did some stone picking, and now I'm just gonna have to make sure that's, oh, that's nice. Technically it was me that had to stop. So yeah, was 2 or 3 cultivating ones, a plowing one, 1 stone picking, and 1 sowing. That we had to sow wheat. But you'll remember from the previous episode, it was basically those contracts that I had there lined up, and then a couple of more popped up. So doing quite well. I think it did well for our bank balance. I'm just still holding thumbs for a possible additional loan at the bank, but we'll see in a couple of months if anything happens and if they're willing to give us a little bit more cash flow. But for now, you know, with the contracts we're at least making good money, and hopefully the sawmill will assist a bit with getting our kind of own money going, instead of having to just work for other people to kind of get enough cash flow and keep things going. Okay, so now I just have to remember how. I don't know if we're gonna have to do 3 by 3 or if I'm gonna have to okay, let's just figure out what's detached. Gonna have to go to the trigger to actually get the trees in there. But I'm gonna see if I can drag a couple of them in before I have to go hit that trigger. So, or come on, work with us, not against us. Okay, work against us, it's fine. Get this one over there. Now, and I have to drive over that one. That's nice. Well done. Okay, so we can let that go. Let's just see if this works. Okay, no, it doesn't. Okay, sell wood? Is that what we want to do? Why is nothing happening? Oh. Is that where I have to take it? Seriously? Is it gonna spawn there? You know what? Everything will make sense once we figure this out. Maybe I should have just taken 1 tree and hello. Sorry. Let's see. Can we take both? Yes. Okay, so this is kind of inconvenient, to be honest. I thought it would be fine if we unload outside. Let's get out and see if we hit the trigger, if it works. There we go. Perfect. So I didn't look how much we got out of those trees. Let's just open here. The big one, 3,000 liters for 2 trees. Wow, it's not great, gonna be honest. We want all of this going. Let's just get it going. We're just gonna get a couple of them in here, and then we'll it's just to get through the night at least, and then at least we have something going. I actually wonder if we can move those little bin things there. That would make sense to me. Because I'm just going to keep going here for a bit and get these trees in, and then I'll bring you back in once I have them in. We can have a look and see how much we have. So see you in a little bit. Okay, so we have quite a bit of planks in here now. If we look at our small sawmill has a limit of 14,000 liters. And the big one has a limit of 50,000 liters. So with the trees that we cut, we kind of got to 25,000. So we're halfway there. I cut down one more tree just to get us to 25,000. So let's see how that does overnight. I don't think I'm gonna take this far from here. Just gonna park it about here, and we'll just leave it overnight. If we quickly hop over to the farm, I don't think there's anything that we have to do right now. We can go over into November. We have a little bit of flour. We have the 2 pallets outside, and then 3,000 liters, 3,500 in storage, so there's 3 more pallets in there. And then over here we have, well, we have 1,000 liters of carrots. And then I don't know if it's counting this kimchi or one. No, I'm lying. Kimchi, no, we only have 1 pallet of kimchi. So there's 1 pallet of carrots in there somewhere that it's storing. The levels looks good for now. Water level here looks good, and water level at our rice saplings also doesn't look bad. So that should be fine through night, more than fine. The other sawmill is still fine. I followed up with the stone picking contract that we did. I filled up the cement factory to 24,000 liters. It's gone down a little bit now. What I can tell you is I had a little bit of a problem with the trailer being full, and I couldn't finish the field unless I unloaded the trailer. And the only place that you can actually get rid of stone, let me just show you the irony of this. So if we go down to stones, I'm just overlooking it, there we go. So the only place that we can sell, I don't know why they said sell, but the only place we can sell the stones is at our cement factory. So, and with it being full, I couldn't unload it in here, so I had to make a little pad here that we can just unload it at. So I just dropped a bunch of the stones there, and we'll have to try to pick it up with a bucket at some point and just get it back in there once we need some more stone in the production. So that happened, but it's a good thing. I mean, at least we have the stones. This tree, is not going in yet. I wonder why. So we have 12,000. Does it tell us? No, it doesn't really tell us. The previous one did actually automatically go in as soon as there was enough space. So I think we'll just leave that there. Storage wise, we should still be more than fine at the small production. Yes, it can still take some products into storage, so we don't have to move any of that pallets at this point. We can just leave them there. I just actually want to quickly check the cement factory, but shouldn't have any issues. No, this is still slow going. I think we only got this in this month. Did we get it this month, last month? Can't remember. So one thing that I did notice is that you can use wood chips and make cement bricks from it and roof plates. So that's activated, but that's not. Oh yeah, and cement bags. So what we can do is with the big sawmill, we should be getting some wood chips, and we can bring that over to the small production and have that made into cement and stuff as well. So yeah, we have that option. The wood chips, you can get a good price for it, but yeah, most of the time it's not that good a price. So maybe if we make cement bricks and roof plates from it, we might get a little bit more. So I think that is going to be it for October. So let's get into November, and hopefully we get some really good contracts in that month. And there we go. Welcome to November. This is our first November on the farm, as all the previous months were as well. So let's just quickly have a look and see how the sawmill did. See, the sawmill goes through wood quite quickly. So we had about 24,000 in there. It used 9,000 through nights. And if we compare that to the other sawmill, I mean, that went through, what, 2,000 maybe? So clearly, the big sawmill will produce a lot more. It probably spawned some pallets. We can hop over there, and the wood chips is already piling up. So those wood chips we can fill up with our trailer. We can load them in a trailer and just take them over to the cement factory and drop them in there and start producing some more products over there. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Hopefully we can make quite a bit of money this way, just to help us with the other stuff that we still have to buy on the farm. So let's quickly have a look at contracts. We have one plowing, one stone picking, which is going to be murder. You see, I really like the money that we get for it, but the stone that we have to pile at the cement factory is kind of what's holding me back. I mean, the cement factory is really not using a lot of stones at this point, and we don't have a big cement factory on the farm, so we're going to have to build it ourselves, and that costs quite a bit of money. You know what, I might be lying. Let's just, for interest's sake, have a look at what it costs, because as far as I know, the cement factory, the money that you get from the products is not as high as what you get from like a sawmill. So in my mind it should be cheaper. It's not cheaper. 370,000 buckaroos. That's a little bit high for my taste. I mean, even if we had the money, I would still be a little bit hesitant. Just want to see, maybe I'm, oh, you see, there we go to the small ones. So does not look like that is happening at this point. But once we get a lot of money and we don't know what to do with it, we'll spend it on that. Okay, so 146,000. We might as well just get a worker going on the stone picking for us. So we'll just go borrow items. No, I really just want the contract money, and we have to do as much as we can. We're gonna need this tractor, but I want to keep it here. This thing is not gonna pull that trailer. It might be able to pull the trees. Decisions. Okay, so I mean, it's just standing here. So let's try to get this over. That's not gonna work. Just switch over, drop the back first. And maybe I don't want to leave that in the middle of the shade. Just drop it more or less in line with there. That door is not open. Is the back door open? Great. Just pop out here, and this is actually the front door. So we'll use this at the sawmill. I'm just gonna quickly drive it over there. Let's see what else is happening on the farm. All our fields are going. We might get a little bit of rain. Looks like in the forecast. So if we get to do some harvesting contracts, we'll just have to check the rain forecast and see if we can harvest what's harvestable in the rain. If we can't harvest in the rain, we'll have to speed up just to get past the rain, and hopefully we get some clouds later in the day, but we'll see. Anything else happening? We don't have anything to do on our fields at this point, so we just have to get as much or keep as much of our productions going as we can at this point, and do as much contracts as we can, just to save up a little bit of money with the sawmill that I bought. Well, technically it was in the budget, but it was only supposed to be well, it wasn't supposed to be the high priority item to spend money on at this stage. So, but you know what? I can't see that we went wrong with that decision. And yeah, just keep things interesting. We might buy other stuff that we don't need at this point. I still have to save up for the chickens. I really want to get chicken started. And maybe we'll get some bees at some point. Of course, as I understand, that helps to or it can increase yields at... Am I going too far? I'm going too far. Might help increase the yields of canola or crops like canola. So I guess any increase in yields is a good thing. You see, it's probably the fog that kind of threw me from this huge road that we turned onto for our sawmill. So we're going to leave this tractor here and we're going to take the Voltra. because it will I did say borrow items, right, when I took that contract. My word. Yeah, I did. Thank goodness. Okay. So let's just quickly get this guy started at least. Now you see that trailer with the stones in it can be quite heavy. And I doubt that our little special tractor will be able to handle that trailer. No, I was here first. Start the engine. Okay, so let's take this to the shop. Just go grab that trailer and we'll use it with that stone picking contract. Okay, so I'm gonna hop over to the shop and get everything ready there, and I'll see you back at the sawmill, and maybe we can cut down some more trees and get them into the sawmill so that we can get that production as well, the storage at least, as full as possible with trees, just so that we know that keeps going. So see you in just a bit. Okay, so I'm here at the field where we're currently busy with the stone picking. Just want to leave this here somewhere, but I don't want to leave it too close to the field because I don't know if the worker is going to go off the field at any point. I don't want to block him, so I'm just going to shut that off. Okay, back at our little special tractor. I just quickly want to see, we're not far from the farm that I keep promising to show you, but I never do. I'm just quickly gonna, yeah, it's luckily with one of the farms, if you say visit, it spawns you in one of the sheds, and if you don't own the property, you can't open the shed door. But this is quite a nice farm. I mean, you have, well, there's also 3 big sheds, and we have a workshop over here as well, and then there's this little pond, and there used to be a boat. Somebody stole the boat. Why would someone take the boat? Oh, technically it's here, but it's not here. That's a bit awkward. Anyway, and then there's this farmhouse over here. So this is actually, I don't know, I kind of like this property and the setup and everything. So if I knew about this farm, I would have probably bought this instead of what we bought. But yeah, I don't know, I was thinking maybe if we take down this house and build a nice, I don't know, either a log cabin or something over here on this farm. This could actually be quite a nice farm to have. And we have space, so we can, if we want, we can still set up some productions or some animal pens and stuff in this open area over here. And yeah, I really think this could be nice. So let me know if you guys feel like it's worth moving over here. Then this is an option. We can always do it. And there's quite some quite nice fields around here as well, and it's close to the sawmill, so I think we're going to be spending a lot of time there with the speed that mill is running through our woods. So yeah, I just wanted to show this. It's actually quite nice. While I'm here, I just want to see if, oh, here's a little red tractor. We can use some collectibles. So there's 10 to collect. They don't tell us how many we have collected. And yeah, I'm wondering if one of those sugar beet things will be here as well. Just want to run around the property a bit and just see. Maybe we can find another collectible. I don't know if they would hide it in the pond. Well, if it was in the boat, that's kind of tough luck. Because we lost the boat. At at least we are still fishing. So I guess that's one plus. As far as I know, we should be able to sell this house basically and place our own. I know we have been looking for collectibles over here, but I was not looking for those sugar beet things. I don't see any of it, so yeah, just wanted to show you guys that. You're welcome to let me know. And while we're talking about that, if I will really appreciate it if you can hit that like button, and you can also subscribe. And if you would like to receive notifications when I post new videos, you're welcome to hit the notification bell. So yeah, we're already spawning a lot of pallets. We have some wood beams, we have planks, and we have long planks. Once we have enough of this, I want to take it over to the grain mill and store, or well, get that restoration started. It's one of the projects. As far as I know, there's only one project on this map. And let's just quickly visit, since we can just click and go. So they need 6,000 liters of wood beam and 6,000 liters of planks long for the first step to get this restored. So I just need to remember this. Wood beam, planks long, 6,000 each. Okay. And yeah, of course that will also be quite nice if we can get that started. Just while we're here, yep, there's a lot of trees in this piece over here, but that is quite an expensive amount of or a lot of money. I want to see how much the farm costs. Okay, so good thing I didn't find this farm and think like, okay, no, we're gonna buy that, because that would have been a struggle with all the other stuff that we had to buy. So it would have been a little bit expensive. So maybe it would be good to move over there at some point, but for now I don't think that's quite gonna happen. Just want to have a look at the contracts. That plowing one is a little bit too small for us, I think. Just want to hop over to the map because I'm not really paying attention to our worker. It looked like he was still going. I just don't want him to have a full tank and then I miss it. He's going to be busy on that field for quite a bit. Okay, where are we? We're over at the grain mill, so let's just quickly hop over to our sawmill. Okay, so I don't know how well this, I call it our little special tractor because I bought this on special. I don't know how well this is going to do with the trees, but hopefully it will be able to drag at least these trees into the mill. So let's just leave that there, hop out, and then we'll start taking off more trees. Let's just be smart about this. Have them drop this way. There we go. So nice to own a big production, I have to say. So I've been thinking that I know at the beginning it's probably best to... Okay, we just got a achievement there for apparently cutting a lot of wood. That it would be nice if you can buy the big productions at the beginning instead of having to play small productions. But to be honest, having only 1 million that you can work with basically at the beginning, it's a little bit, it's gonna be quite hard to really invest in the bigger productions. So having the small ones and at least having something going, I guess, is good. But yeah, like I say, it would actually be nice if one can have at least one of the bigger productions. And to have the town project going at least, you have to kind of have the sawmill. Now I know in Riverbend Springs you can, I don't know if this is going to turn out well for us. I think we should be able to cut it low enough. In Riverbend Springs you can, you have the playground that you can also bring products to, and that also is kind of like a town project. And I know Sri Lanka also has a town project, but over here unfortunately not. But at least we can have that grain mill going and restore that, which is basically our museum. And yeah, we'll build our own farmhouse, even though it's more expensive doing it that way. But I would actually like to build our own farmhouse, the one that we kind of want to build. I haven't decided on which one we want to build, but anyway, we'll look at that at some stage. Well, with the way this sawmill is going, might be sooner than we think. But I would like to build the house on the property that we just looked at. I think that would be nice. Even if we keep the other property, it doesn't matter. It didn't cost us that much. I think we paid around 49,000. So we can just keep that property and just move over to the new one. I don't see anything wrong with having 2 farmhouses. And then I leave that one tree standing there. That's nice. I think if we cut that one, we should have enough trees for now. And no, now I can't crouch anymore. Don't know how I managed to do things like this. Come on. So let's just fix that. I think if I get into a tractor and get back out, we should be able to crouch again. Something to do with some or other button that I push on the keyboard that messes that up for me. Actually makes more sense to have it fall that way, doesn't it? Anyway. Okay, so I'm quickly gonna get these in there. Let's just see. Now there's not a lot of contracts going on. I might leave a little bit of the dragging of the trees. Just want to get this one out of the way first. So there is still a couple of collectibles that we can also kind of go find. And that will also, of course, help us. Every 10k that we can get helps a little bit towards. I thought that this might not work quite that well. Okay, so how are we going to do this? What we're going to do is we're going to go this way. Just get it a little bit away from the building. Then we'll maybe kind of try to... How we... I don't know. This might not be the part that I want to keep in here. But in any way, yes, everybody struggles at some point a little bit. But maybe this isn't a bad idea. Let's just... Well... kind of an interesting way of doing this. Just go a little bit over there. Just don't want to get stuck. And then we maybe... There we go, this should work. Okay, so we're glad this is the only tree that we had for that specific way. Sorry, I think your name is Noah. Or I kind of take 3 for 3 in here because I try to do more than one at the same time, but it's kind of a mess. Personally, if I made that sawmill, I would not have had the unloading zone under the shed roof. I would have placed it outside like I thought it was. At least our special tractor is doing quite well with the moving of the trees. I'm just kind of thinking about the amount of wood that we are putting into the sawmill. I mean, it feels like we're gonna run out of wood quite quickly. And having this production and not being able to get enough wood in there to keep it going will kind of be sad, because we can make a lot of money if we can keep it going. So we might have to get trees as soon as possible, because as far as I know they might take up to 3 years before they reach maximum size. That's going to be fascinating, but I mean, technically this should run through quite a bit in a day. It's not like we get 50,000 liters of wood in here and it lasts us a couple of months. I mean, it goes quite quickly. Anyway, as soon as we start clearing some of this up, I'm gonna have to get a stump remover and remove the stumps that we have of the trees that we cut. And why are you stuck? Stuck on what? Let's maybe take it over here. See if we can get it unstuck. No such luck. Okay, so let's drop that. Don't even know what it's stuck to. Can't see. Anyway, we'll try to get one of these maybe. Okay, let's try to get two at the same time again. That one, and then I think we can get that one. See if we can get both up there. They're also no. Stuck, not stuck, stuck, not stuck. Come on. We were doing so well. I'm not gonna cut those trees just because you're getting stuck on it. Okay. I'll try once more. Then I'm gonna just quickly see what's happening. So it's these two, and they are stuck too. Oh, we're gonna need these trees in any way. Just get them out of the way. There we go. Okay, let's not run our friend over. I have tried this before. He's still alive. Let's get that unattached. I just realized that poor worker on that field is probably patiently waiting for me to get his stone picker unloaded. The contracts seem to follow one another, so if I get the stones off this field, we might even have an opportunity to maybe plant this field, so that would also be nice. Should pay us quite a nice amount of money. Just gonna get this off the field and park it in the field next to. Okay, let's just continue with our trees. Don't want to cut too much out of the videos. As you guys know, I want to keep you in here for as much of it as possible. Don't want to be working at the sawmill and you guys kind of miss all of it. Exit. Okay, let's get this one. No. You are kidding me. Just drag it this way. Get it unstuck. There we go. Excuse me, coming through. Why? Just want to get a few more trees in there. Then I just quickly want to have a look. Just have to remember to take this out a little bit more straight before I turn to take it into the sawmill. Otherwise we get stuck again. Okay, this one is swinging quite a bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, now I really want to drive through there. That makes sense. Won't be able to do that for long. I have to say this sawmill is actually quite neat or neatly organized. It seems like the different products are spawning in their own sections. So where's the wood chips at? Just quickly see what's going on, because I saw wood chips is already at 3,000 liters. Okay, so but that sign, this is actually not bad. What I think is happening, it's not spawning in pallets or in little bins. I think you can load it just give me a second, because this is the wood chip sign, right? So do you think you just park a trailer in there and then load up the wood chips? Would that make sense? It's not like there's something, I don't know. We'll test it. Maybe if it gets up to, say, around about 10,000, we can load some of it up, or try to load it up, and just get it over to the cement production. And then we'll figure out how it works. I like the maneuverability of this little tractor, our little special tractor, because the back wheels turn as well. So it gives you a sure or a much better turning circle, which is something to get used to, but it's quite nice. This works nicely with a bale wrapper as well. So what's that? Stuck in between those two trees? I really have to start planning my tree felling better. Tree felling? Sounds weird. You guys know what I mean. Just get that. Kind of this way I have to run around the tractor every time to actually hit that trigger, but anyway, gives us good exercise. After this tree, I just quickly want to have a look and see how we're looking on the level. So we might be getting close. Oh, wrong button. That's nuts. So let's just quickly hop over 35,000. So we can bring a couple of more trees in here. Okay, so this has been going on for a while. I think you guys kind of get the get the idea of how I'm doing this. So I'm gonna give you a little break and then I'll bring you back in as soon as these trees are in there. See you in just a bit. Okay, so I think we are at the last tree. We're around about at 48,000 liters, I think. Yeah, 48,000 liters. So this one more tree should do it for now. Let's get that one. Hopefully it doesn't get stuck. That looks good. Just get this in here. Oh, it doesn't want to take it. Okay, so this looks good. The other sawmill needs a little bit of wood, but it will still be fine for a little bit, so I'm not gonna run over there now. I'd prefer to have it run for a while, and then when it gets closer to empty we can just quickly fill that back up. It can still go for a while on what's in there. Just gonna detach that for now. I'm gonna leave our special tractor over here. This guy needs help. Now the question is, where does he find himself? Okay, way back there. Okay, let's just drive on the field that we're busy working on. This is one thing when they do the headlands, they kind of move quite a bit away from you and you have to kind of go after them just to get them unloaded, but once they go up and down it's a bit easier. So let's just give a little bit of assistance here. Okay. I hate that it looks like it doesn't overload into the trailer, but luckily it does. Get you back out of the way. Okay, so let's have a look at contracts. The harvesting one, there we go. So we're gonna borrow those items. Okay, so that was weird anyway. Let's get the corn header attached. No. Stop it. That's better. Now we just have to get this lined up a bit better. Not quite sure why they prefer having this spawn this way around instead of the other way around. This is not going to turn out well. Let's just see. Field 38. Where is 38, 38, 38, 38? Yeah, we are definitely going to have to use the trailer. Okay, now I struggle a bit to get this on the trailer, and I normally put it the wrong way around, but was that good enough? It wasn't, was it? Yes, it was. Okay, just get this hooked up. Maybe if I just adjust the camera a bit, might be easier. Here we go. Okay, so if this guy gets started, we can come back for the tractor and trailer. Just gonna do what most farmers probably don't do, is just leave that in the middle of the road. Just get it attached. Oh, the traffic can go around. Just take that off. Let's not be rude about this. I'm gonna take this off the road and just leave it in that grass field. Maybe that would be a better idea. Just so it's completely out of the way. Then we'll get this guy started. No, hopefully it doesn't have to be on the field necessarily to start the work. This class is actually... I don't know if this is gonna make straw swath or not. Just see what the... No, it doesn't. Okay, now that looks good. It's quite a big header, so this field should be done in no time. And then we can hopefully get some good bonus yields from this. Doesn't look like there's any weeds in between, so hopefully this farmer took good care of his field. So yeah, there is still a little bit that we're gonna have to figure out and get done on the farm, and yeah, just especially to help with the town project at least. And if we're gonna need prefab walls for the farmhouse in any way, so we're gonna have to produce some of that, so we might as well place a small production for that. Probably have to do it as soon as possible so that we can have it going. Otherwise we might get stuck where we have to wait quite a bit for the products to actually produce. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, I appreciate it, and it's been fun. At least I like spending money. I think everyone does, but yeah, at least we're getting some stuff done on the farm, and I think that sawmill is quite a good investment for us, and we'll start seeing money from that in the near future, hopefully next month or the month after. And yeah, at least we have something to keep ourselves busy with in the winter time. So as I mentioned, please hit that like button, and you're welcome to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to see more. And enjoy the rest of your day.